Hey yo, what's good? SOS Wrestle Talk is back at y'all once again for another New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors. This time it's more of a recap. We had two shows take place over the weekend. We had Night 5 and Night 6 take place over said weekend. Took place Saturday and Sunday. Your boy got up for both of those shows live. Normally I watch the wrestling shows throughout the day, but this time I was like, damn it, I am getting up for it live. So without any further ado, if this is your first time checking us out, please be sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Of course, the price of subscription is free $99. Now, one of the things I didn't get to talk about, but it's probably going to be big coming up here in the next few months, or next month and a half. AEW's Nick Wayne got a huge victory in the Best of the Super Junior 32. One of the shows that was held at Corrigan Hall a couple days ago, he got a victory over the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, that being El Desperado. He got that victory over hair 15 minutes via the Tiger Destroyer. So the only reason I'm bringing that up post now, because I can just talk about that in the standings, is I think that match will be taking place, a rematch anyway. It's going to take place in Forbidden Door for that Junior Heavyweight Championship, and sign me up because I'm down to see El Desperado, especially get a singles match in AEW. I think that he's going to go crazy, and I think the AEW crowd are going to just, if they haven't seen him before, they're definitely going to enjoy what they see out of El Desperado. So now moving on to this past weekend, if you want to, if I could say, for lack of a better term, I don't have a term to say it. This past weekend, Best of the Super Junior action right here. So we had the May 17th and the May 18th show, like I said, Night 5, Night 6 right here. Looked like they were in Yagoi National Stadium for Night 5. So without any further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into this right here. So these shows just were straight block matches from beginning to end. First match we had Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion Master Wato taking on defeating Ninja Mack. He got the victory in about 7 minutes right here. Vendaval was what the move that he used to get the victory right here. I enjoyed this match. This was good. They really get a chance to kick into that second to third gear. I thought it was fine. So we get Master Wato picking up 2 points right here. He actually, I think, going into this match was sitting on 4 points. Ninja Mack sitting on 2 points. Next match, you had Block B action. Of course, we had Ryusuke Taguchi, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, former winner of the Best of the Super Juniors, taking on in defeat. He definitely went to the finals. I'm not going to say he was he was definitely a Best of the Super Junior finalist. Don't let me get ahead of myself. He took on and he got the victory over Yo via the Dodon. Yo is also one half of the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. I believe that means Ryusuke Taguchi picks up his 6 point right here. Yo is still kind of sitting on 2 points. He got this lone victory over his former tag team partner show, which LK definitely talked about. So go check that out if you have not listened to it. Next Block A match we had Yoshinobu Kanemaru getting the victory over Francesco Akira. He got that victory a little under 7 minutes right here, putting him to 4 points, bringing him even with Akira Francesco. Got the victory via roll-up. I thought this was fine. A lot of leg work here from Kanemaru, which is to be expected. That's one of his go-tos, and he used it on Francesco because Francesco last year had a severe knee injury, and it kind of took him out of the Best of the Super Junior. So I thought that was nice storytelling right there. Next match we had for Block B, we had the Never Openweight 6-man Tag Team Champion Show taking on and defeating Robbie Eagles. He got the victory via the shock arrow around 8 minutes and 10 seconds right here. I know people are kind of annoyed with Show's antics. I don't mind him. I think Show is very entertaining for what he is doing and what he's being given right now. And for what it's worth, Show is actually a fucking solid wrestler when he's given a chance to show that and not have to, do the House of Torture antics. And I think we got a little of it here, not a whole lot. We got a little. There's not a whole lot right here. So next match we had Block B right here. We had Block A, we had Clark Connors, the Defy World Champion, taking on and defeating Robbie X. Got the victory via the No Chaser. So this is Bullet Club War Dogs on Bullet Club War Dogs. I enjoyed this, and this is very different from some stuff that you get back in the day from when we have a Bullet Club match in a tournament, when you have AJ Styles versus Bad Luck Fale, or pretty much Udro versus Carl Anderson. Any of those kind of matches is very different from that. These guys went hard on each other, pause. And, they actually took it seriously. And if it's a tournament match, that's kind of all I can ask for. So, like I said, Clark Connors getting the dub right here, bringing himself to 4 points. Robbie Eagles sitting at 4 points right now himself. So that brings us to Block B. We had Teton taking on and defeating Taiji Ishimori with the Yaweya. About 11 minutes right here. He got his 6 points of the tournament. And it's interesting because Teton, they said this on commentary, he's no longer representing Los Ingobernables de Japón. As far as we know, that stable is dissolved. So As far as the guys, we got Shingo, Hiromu Takahashi, Teton right here, Yota Tsuji. It's like, what are these guys going to do? Are they going to form their own unit? So I kind of hope they do stay together because I like them together. I think they mesh well. But that'll be in the future. So like I said, Teton picks up at 6 point. And we going to keep rolling, right? We're going to keep on rolling, baby. So Block A action right here. We had KUSHIDA taking on and defeating KUSHIDA, defeating Kosei Fujita. He had 2 points coming in, picks up his 4 point. He got the victory via the Back to the Future right here. And for my money, this is probably the match of the tournament so far. This has had a lot of MMA themes, which you know I'm a fan of. LK's a fan of as well. So this is my match. This is a match right here for me. When I saw Fujita come to the ring barefoot, I'm like, yeah, we're in for something special. And definitely we did get something special right here. He kind of takes a halt after starting this tournament off white hot, but I'm sure he'll rebound and we might see Fujita in the final. So keep a lookout for that. Next Block B match we had two guys who know each other pretty well here. We had Kevin Knight picking up his first 2 points of the tournament, defeating Nick Wayne via the UFO splash. And Nick Wayne here sitting there on 6 points, so he's undefeated coming into this match. And commentary even spoke on Kevin Knight having good showings, but maybe the DDT maneuver he was using was not enough to put away his competitors in the field. And I think that the story told to that here. So we got Kevin Knight picking up his first 2 points. Tons of history between these two guys. I believe these guys wrestled each other 6 years ago, so that would make Nick Wayne 13 years old. Jesus Christ. I think I'm 13 years old, so I thought that was a pretty good. It was a solid match. I thought it was a solid match, man. So next we get the penultimate match of the show. We get Dragon Dia, maybe my upset of the show right here, taking on and defeating Hiromu Takahashi. He's only sitting at 2 points to this point. Dragon Dia sitting at 6 points. He got the victory via the Reptilian, about 12 minutes right here. This is another match I highly recommend to watch during the show. I think the story with Hiromu here, he's maybe focusing on things that he's having going on with Tomohiro Ishii and that New Japan Strong Openweight title. So it's taking his focus here off the Best of the Super Junior. That's just if you ask me. And that's just at first glance. So this is a solid match right here. And this just ties right into the main event once again. In the main event, we got Junior Heavyweight Champion El Desperado sitting at 4 points. Picking up his 4th point, taking on and defeating Mao, former DDT Universal Champion. Shout out to Jana, channel favorite, one of Jana's favorite wrestlers, if not her favorite wrestler right now. He got the victory with the Pinche Loco in about 23 and a half minutes right here. Definitely one of the matches of the tournament. There are 3 solid matches here that you can probably pick and put against any match that we had in the tournament so far. So let's go ahead and transmogrify ourselves over to the show that happened this morning. We had not really Block A action. It's pretty much just more Best of the Super Junior action. So let's go ahead and get into it right now. So they were in the Hachioi. I probably butchered that. They had an attendance of 1,200 people there. Hey, Javon Evans will get on their head if he heard that, but we're not talking about that right now. So first match we had Block B action. Nick Wayne taking on and defeating Ryusuke Taguchi via the Wayne's World, almost 7 minutes right here. This brings Nick Wayne up to 8 points, Taguchi up to 6 points. So in that block pretty much means that Nick Wayne is controlling the block from this point right here. He run the block, for lack of a better term right now, for one to say. So Block A, next match we had right here. Ninja Mack taking on and defeating Yoshinobu Kanemaru via the roll-up. 2 minutes right here. Loved it. I thought this was fun. That's all I really asked for. Sometimes wrestling doesn't have to be too serious. Sometimes wrestling is good being fun. And that's what I thought this match was right here. So next match we had Block B. We had Kevin Knight taking on defeating Teton via the UFO splash. It only went 5 minutes right here. I think they could have gave him a little bit more time. 5 minutes is okay. And I think it's probably one of the best things about Super Juniors is even with the time that they're allotted, these guys are doing a lot of stuff. So it brings Kevin Knight to 4 points. Teton's at 6 points right now. He's about to say he is, I think, tied at the top of the tournament right now. So shout out to Teton. Yeah, man, we're moving on to Block A right now. So we get Robbie Eagles taking on and defeating Kosei Fujita via the X Express. Easy for me to say. A little under 8 minutes right here. Brings Robbie Eagles to 6 points. Kosei Fujita drops 2 in a row. He's at 6 points still. He's dropped 2 matches in a row. He needs to get back on the winning track because we're going downhill in this Best of the Super Junior tournament. We only got a little bit left at this point, man. So you got to get going, my guy. You got to get going. So next match we had right here. One half of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Yo, picking up his 4th point, defeating Mao with a bridging suplex. Mao sitting on 4 points right here, about 8 minutes. I'm predicting Mao to maybe clean out the rest of his matches. Right, we're going to have to see who he has lined up left. But I think he's going to have a definite strong showing here. The rest of them, he might lose one more, but I predict Mao kind of finishing stronger in this tournament and having a nice showing for him. And well, Yo's is a solid guy, right? He's a freaky frog, by the way. Yo's definitely a freaky frog, but that's neither here nor there. Next Block A action we had Kushida taking on defeating Dragon Dia. He got that victory via the hoverboard lock, a little under 11.5 minutes, brings him to 6 points, ties up with Dragon Dia at 6 points. So Kushida is making his way back up this tournament, bro. Like he won 2 in a row, he dropped a couple, so now he's making his way back up and is making this argument that people forget. Not that long ago, maybe it was kind of that long ago, but not that long ago, Kushida was an IWGP junior heavyweight ace, and I think people are sleeping on that fact. And he's making his name known. He's throwing his junior heavyweight around, and he's getting points for it. So shout out to Kushida. As we move on to Block B right here, we got a battle of former tag team partners. We got Taiji Ishimori taking on defeating Robbie Eagles. He got the victory via the Bloody Cross in a little over 12 minutes right here. These guys are former junior heavyweight tag team champions, or I know that they did challenge for them. I know Ishimori won them with El Phantasmo, but people forget about Robbie Eagles' Bullet Club stint, but I don't, man. So we got Ishimori picking up his 4th point right here via the Bloody Cross, and we're going to move on to Block A. Block A, one half of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Master Wato, picked up his 6th point by defeating Francesco Akira, who's still sitting on 4 points with the, I'm just going to Reclemente. Part 2, 12 minutes, 10 seconds right here. Master Wato is another guy I think is flying under the radar, especially in this BSOJ. I think a lot of people have forgotten about him. Me personally, I think he's just finally, he feels like he's comfortable, and I wouldn't be too bad or too sad to see him make a junior heavyweight title reign. So let's go. Maybe will he do it in this tournament? Unlikely, but hey, I'm rooting for you, Wato. I hope you pull off some big things here coming up in the near future. So, semi-main of this show, we had IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion El Desperado taking on and defeating the never openweight 6-man tag team champion Show, bringing him a total of 6 points. Show's total of 4 points via the Peniche Loco around 12.5 minutes right here. So El Desperado, of course, he's a champion. He cannot go out like a chump, can't go out like a lame, can't go out like a goofy. He has to have a strong showing in this tournament, and this match just lent to that. Of course, you're going to get that House of Torture stuff, but him being a champion, he was able to overcome that and pick up his 6th point of the tournament. And in the main event of the show in his hometown, we got Hiromu Takahashi taking on defeating Clark Connors via the Time Bomb 2. This is another one of those matches that I will put up against any of those matches so far in the Best of the Super Junior. A lot of wrestlers in this tournament get talked about. I was talking about this with John off show. A guy who really doesn't get talked about that much is Clark Connors, man. Give Clark Connors his flowers. He's pretty fucking good. And his theme slaps, man. So shout out to Clark Connors right here. So let's give you a little block standing right now. Block A. We have first place. One half of the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Master Wato. Following him, we got Kosei Fujita. We got Dragon Dia, Robbie Eagles, and Kushida. They're all sitting at 6 points with a record of 3-2. And following them, we have Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Hiromu Takahashi, Francesco Akira, Clark Connors, and Ninja Mack. They all have a record of 2-3, totaling 4 points. Block B, first place with a record of 4-1, 8 points. Oh, man, you know it's Nick Wayne. That's my name, dog. Do my thing. It's Nick Wayne. Sitting at first place alone in the block. Second place, we have the Junior Heavyweight Champion, El Desperado. He's also tied with Ryusuke Taguchi and Teton with a record of 3-2, totaling 6 points. And following these guys, following these guys, we have never openweight 6-man tag team champion Show, one half of the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Yo, Taiji Ishimori, Robbie Eagles, Kevin Knight, and Mao, all with a record of 2-3 and sitting at 4 points. So the next time we have New Japan Pro Wrestling, Best of the Super Junior action. I'm looking up right now, so bear with me, because you know, your boy, internet kind of slow sometimes. So it is what it is. It's continuing to be slow. So the next time we're going to get BSOJ action, it's going to be on the 20th, May 20th. It looks like we're going single blocks now. It looks like it's going to be Block A action. We got Hiromu Takahashi taking on Ninja Mack. We got Kosei Fujita versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Kushida versus Clark Connors. Francesco Akira versus Dragon Dia. And Robbie X versus Master Wato. So this is pretty much my recap of the Best of the Super Juniors to this point. Put down in the comment section below who you like to win. What you think about the tournament at this point so far. And yeah, I mean, who you think, if you think the tournament winner is going to cash in that title. So we are SOS Wrestle Talk, man. I will holler at all you good people later. The human LIJ Cap, even though LIJ ain't a thing no more. Stardust Yaku, Blunt United, the greatest of all time. Y'all know me. I'm going to holler at all y'all good people later. Till next time, take care. Peace.